Happy Friday! Is it Friday? It is Friday, right? Yeah, it's Friday. What? Oh my gosh, we are working on so many things, and I know you're working on so many things, and I thought, like, you know what? The ones that are my personal updates, Mondays and Fridays, are just gonna be just me. Probably in my kitchen. Just dropped my kid off for school. I have tons of things to do, but, and I'm gonna make my little better lighting, better backdrop videos, stuff like that from my work. But I wanted to be like, listen, you ever felt like a total lone wolf? Like, all my friends that I know are mainly survivors, and you have like awesome projects that you're working on, from art to music to books, and you/we feel like total lone wolves going at it solo. Well, wolves also need a pack. So I'm like, how can we have a pack? Oh, wait, we have one. I'm about to show it to you just very soon. In two ways. One for survivors that are also artists, and one straight up for artists that are also survivors. The worlds have merged. But I wanted to tell you a little story that I was thinking about. Like, I was directing Heart Baby / Hammer in New Orleans. There was 250 people on payroll, mainly men, and I am a female director. I wrote it, directed it, raised every single dollar for it. And I'm like at the top of the helm, and I'm the female, crazy female. And there was one time I lost it. And I was in a jail cell, fitting, and down the hallway, that people were moving down the hallway, and I was in a cell, and I was starting to lose it. And when you start, like, you getting like real frustrated and you start to cry, especially as ladies, where it's the emotions are welling up with the tears. So like as your little eyeballs start filling up with water. And I turned to go out into the hallway, and my producer and the script supervisor were like, whoa, turn around. And I was like, wait, what? And they're like, they can't see you like this. Nobody can see you like this. Turn around. And I'm like, okay. And so I literally turned around in this cell, in this jail cell, in this huge prison where we were shooting a disgusting prison, by the way. And I'm staring out this horrible, disgusting window with these blue bars out onto the prison yard. You can't even see like the yard. It's like a cement yard. So I'm looking through bars into a cement yard from a little cement like jail cell, and I'm like emotionally losing my shit. And it felt like I was in jail. Like, I can't show my emotions. I can't show my weakness. I can't show that I'm like pissed and also upset. Doesn't matter what I was upset about. It's a matter of like, you're at the top, right? You're at the top. So you can't show weakness. You can't show emotion, especially as a female, because then, you get attacked or whatever. It's like a whole mindset bullshit. But picture this, and I tell you this because I'm like, I have a feeling that you've had similar experiences where you feel trapped and you're in literally a jail cell and you can't share it. And granted, I had two amazing, powerful, strong women who were like, no. Like, they were very helpful, that they turned me around and had me stare out this barred window. And as I stood there and stared at this barred window, I literally thought of the sword of trauma that I've been teaching forever. It's like the core premise of everything I do is that trauma is like being pierced with a sword. And I literally had to have a moment, do it like in accelerated steps, acknowledge that I am totally pierced with a sword right now. I'm like, remove it. I'm like, how can I feel these emotions and have the little well of tears kind of evaporate or like go back into my head, so where I can actually be present, purge this rage. I just literally, I kind of stood there and growled, to be honest, like a freaking psycho. I'm just like, and I processed it pretty fast because we had a shot that we had to do That was my only time that I just fucking lost it. And solo alone, I probably would have gone into a cell and like took 30 minutes and been over time and had like a little cry. Did that on another movie. And this time I had the two women. I had like the other lone wolves who were lone wolves also in their own work. Just were like, whoa, whoa, hey. And granted, they were protecting me from being seen, like my weakness being seen, but they also provided a space. They're like, we got you. And they did perfect. They were like, oh no, we're working on some stuff here, just going over some notes in here. And meanwhile, I'm like, and that is the pact that I want and that we have. We have that. So I just am so grateful for literally all of my people that I know and survivors, like still doing it. But know that you have a pact and know that we're all lone wolves. We're all lone wolves. It's amazing to me. Like, I was talking about the other side, the artists who are also survivors, and then there's survivors who are artists. Worlds have merged. And I have literally my favorite artist, the best music I've heard, best album I've heard. It is right up my alley. It is rock and roll. It is like, give me those skinny jeans and those long hair dudes. This particular dude is not skinny jean, long hair dude, but he is truly the best artist I have met in Nashville. Like, hands down, the 100%. Like, I'm just like, give it to me now. And guess what? He is stopped in his own stuff. And so we are like literally taking all that survivor education and the sword and applying it to an artist, and literally got him full album. His album is funded. You have now a space. You like, let's take care of every single fear and excuse. And he also helps work with David's Den, which I'm going to tell something sad. I'm sorry. Oh God. Okay. Again, like, here, you're staring out the window. Keep your shit together. So my nonprofit, or my studio, Round Room, has merged with the nonprofit David's Den. It doesn't mean that we're a nonprofit. We're a business. You can still come in and record and do whatever, live videos and have bands come in there and all that. But the space is now the space of David's Den that helps musicians facing suicide. And the same day that we made this merger of like, we're going to do it, we're going to sit down and like we're going to figure this out of how to help artists. And then when artists come into our space and are like, I'm all suicidal, we're like, oh, I'm sorry about that, but we have the resources, free counseling, free help, even dental. Like, it's crazy amazing. The same day, my friend's son killed himself. So it's like, oh my God. Ooh. So I say that because I know that there are the lone wolves out there. I was just on the phone with one yesterday who's a lone wolf, who is the best artist I have met and is stopped with his own stuff. And I'm like, you know what? We need a pack. We're having a pact to have a pack. Because I've been there. I know that. Like, alone in the cell with two other wolves who are like, no, do not go out and hunt. You need to protect yourself. Or, the lone wolf who's like, I can't do it. I don't have any food. I don't have any, I don't have a cave. We're like, here's some food. Here's a cave. So we have it. And so just hit me up if you want early in. And I get emotional about this stuff because it's emotional. It's intense. But I see it time and time and time again. Whether I'm in the entertainment world or whether I'm in the survivor world, it's the same. So it's funny. Interesting. This year is full circle. We are going full circle. and having a pact to have a pack. Hell yeah! So that was my Friday updates, 10 minutes. And I appreciate you. And I know my lone wolves out there. I know you. And it's okay to cry. We can protect you in the jail cell.